Hello everyone, it's Shelby again here with our book and build assignment and following of course the UTech model that we learned. So before we get started, I did want to show y'all the snowflake that I made from the video we watched. It was supposed to be an angel with a heart, and it kind of doesn't look like that, but this was my first attempt of actually ever making a snowflake, so I'm pretty impressed with how it came out, and I think this would be super fun to do in the future. So there's that, and now we can get into the book that I picked. The book that I picked is by Terry Border, and I really love this author, and mainly because the graphics in here, it's like actually the food. It's actually a cupcake, a peanut butter, all the things. So they're super fun, quick, easy reads to do. And this book specifically is about a cupcake who is needing to plan her birthday party. And she is running through all these really funny ideas with her best friend, who is a blueberry muffin. And the blueberry muffin keeps telling her some of the ideas might not work out for a specific reason. Like Cupcake thought at one point she wanted to have her birthday on a boat. How fun would that be? But she also has a friend who is Soup, and the Soup might get seasick because Soup might spill over, like all over the place. And if Cupcake wanted to do something out in the sun, some of her friends might melt, like ice cream or even donut. So eventually, with all these ideas that Cupcake keeps having, Cupcake gets kind of down, and it's just like, well, I don't know what to do for my birthday at this point. So then secretly, Blueberry Muffin comes up with what seems to be a perfect idea, and it ends up being this really cute surprise birthday party with all of her friends, including donut, ice cream, there's hamburgers, potatoes, all these different foods. And they have the best of times. They even decorate, and it is outside though, so the ice cream does melt a little bit, but they still have fun nonetheless. So it was just a very cute book about someone trying to plan the perfect party and being considerate of other people. So to get into the UTech model, the using aspect of it. So what I would like to think I would do if I were to do this, a book and build at my library, is maybe first start off with the program just having each child have a box similar to the one that you see on the screen here with all sorts of different materials. And these are just a few things I quickly pulled for this video. As you'll see, there's some foam sheets, buttons, popsicles that are colored, glue, tape, scissors, and even an old toilet paper roll. So I would ask them, I was like, okay, with everything that's provided in front of you, go ahead and make something. Use this material that you're given. And I'm sure we would come up with an assortment of things, right? Because there's no rules, no guidelines, nothing like that. And then I would, of course, we would read the book together. And after we read the book, then I would like to introduce, like, okay, guys, in perfect world, right, everybody could have a laptop or even an iPad or something that they could tinker with. And I found this really neat Make a Cupcake game online. It was the first thing that popped up when I said make a cupcake online. And it allows the kids to tinker with and a kind of experiment. It goes in hand with building their own cupcake. They can pick the flavor of their cupcake: strawberry, red velvet, chocolate, vanilla, chocolate chip, and then of course the icing and even the sprinkles on top, from strawberries to cherries to even putting a heart on top. It's super cute. And I think we can even choose the cupcake wrapper or the liner itself. So they would get to play around with it, and just for a few minutes, even like show other kids that are with them what they're making, like, oh, that looks so cool, let me try that, type of thing. And then to get to the experimenting part, I would have them look at the materials that they first had in the bucket I provided them and ask them, all right, using the materials that you have still, look at them differently. Come up with a cupcake using the provided materials. And I think it would be neat to just see how their brain starts working, like, okay, now I actually have an assignment. Now I'm given a task and I need to build this cupcake out of what is in front of me. Where do I start? What do I do? Do I need anything else? And it would just I guess the point for me is I was trying to let them see, like, there's so many things that you can do with what's in front of you. And that's kind of the idea of makerspace. You have all of these materials, and there's a never-ending list of what you are able to create, what you can experiment with. And then it would even be a fun challenge to get them to come up with a name for their cupcake, right? Crumble cookie comes to mind when they have all these funny names for their baked goods. So it'd be fun for them even to maybe even think of a flavor. Like, just because it's pink doesn't mean it has to be strawberry. It could be a watermelon flavored cupcake, or raspberry, or the pink is just a disguise and it actually tastes like, oh, something that's not pink, like lemon, a lemon pink cake. Who knows? A pink lemonade cupcake. I bet that would sound good. So that would be a challenge in the experimenting part. And I would even maybe ask them, like, what other materials would you like? I can pull anything from this huge closet I have. What else do you think would help you make a really cool cupcake? You can do a 2D. We can even go to 3D if we got some Play-Doh on hand. You can use a pearl as the topper. So just, I want their creativity to run wild during this experimenting process, because we don't just have to make cupcakes using paper. There's all sorts of things that you can make a cupcake with. So then on the creating aspect, I want them to look at the material again, and maybe even specifically just like the cupcake liners, and ask themselves, what else could we do with these cupcake liners? And I've actually done 2 of these before in person for my programs. It was the butterfly cupcake liner, and then the wreath one, which was super cute for Mother's Day. And it just lets their creativity again expand. And it's letting them realize, like, just because this is a cupcake liner doesn't mean we have to use it for cupcakes. We can use it to make a butterfly. We can use it to make a flower or a lollipop or even a wreath, because it looks good and it works. So there's that. I think it would be really fun, because I'm sure they could even come up with a lot more things than just what is provided right here for them to come up with. And let's see. I think that about covers everything. I really do love this whole idea of a book and build, and getting them to really like think about what went on in the book, and then see what we can create from what we just read, and have hands-on experience doing a lot of the things. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching. And this was also made on Canva. That other slide, I should have deleted that one. But this was made on Canva. Canva is probably my favorite online tool creating graphics. We use it often at work, and then they have really nice slideshows that you can pick from as well. So that is it. Thank you.